Hey everyone, and welcome. Ready for another deep dive?
Always ready to dig into some history.
We'll get this entire episode is actually shaped by you.
Oh, really? How so?
We asked for dates that pique your interest, and one listener, shout out to you for this one, landed on October 20th. Little did we know it'd be a gold mine.
October 20th. Not a date that immediately screams major historical turning points, but I'm intrigued.
Right. But trust me, this date has it all. Battles, disappearances, political intrigue. We're covering it all.
Okay, you've got my attention. Where do we start?
First up, 1066, England, the Battle of Hastings.
Now that's a big one. The Norman conquest, William the Conqueror facing off against King Harold. Talk about a showdown.
And it's not just the battle itself. This clash had massive consequences that we still feel today. Like, can you imagine England without its Norman heritage? It's mind-blowing.
Not even close to the same place. The tapestry of language, architecture, law, all irrevocably woven with threads of Norman influence. But let's rewind for those who might not have the details seared into their memory like we do. What led to this epic showdown? Who are these key players?
So we've got Duke William of Normandy, who believed he was the rightful heir to the English throne. But across the English Channel, King Harold Godwinson had other ideas. He just fought a grueling battle against a Viking invasion, only to have to turn around and face William's forces. Talk about bad timing. Exhausted
Troops, a fresh Norman army. Talk about an uphill battle for Harold. But the details of the battle itself, the tactics involved, always fascinate me. What was it like on that battlefield?
Imagine this. The Anglo-Saxons, they're known for their shield wall formations. Basically, a super disciplined line of warriors with shields locked together like an impenetrable wall of iron. Pretty intimidating, right?
Definitely a force to be reckoned with. And the Normans, how'd they counter that?
Normans brought the cavalry, heavy hitters on horseback, and those infamous longbows. We're talking serious firepower and tactical maneuvering. It was a true clash of styles, brutal hand-to-hand combat versus ranged attacks that rained down arrows from afar.
And we can't forget the drama. King Harold's death, rumored to be from an arrow through the eye. It's the stuff of legends, even if historians still debate the specifics.
Totally, it's like something out of a movie. But beyond the drama, this battle really did reshape England. William's victory ushered in the Norman era, and with it, seismic shifts in English society.
It's like hitting the reset button on England's cultural trajectory. Language, law, land ownership. The Normans brought their A-game, and their influence is woven into the very fabric of English identity.
From the language we speak to the laws we, sometimes break.
And the castles. Can't forget those imposing stone fortresses, a lasting symbol of Norman power. The Battle of Hastings, it wasn't just a change in leadership, it was a full-blown cultural earthquake.
Speaking of earthquakes, our next stop on this October 20th journey takes us to a different kind of shakeup. This time, it's the mystery of a vanishing act. We're heading to the Australian Outback, 1868.
The Outback, eh? Now that's a place that can swallow you whole. Vast, unforgiving, and full of secrets. Who or what disappeared into that red dust?
The missing man was Ludwig Leichhardt, a Prussian explorer famous for his daring expeditions across the Australian continent.
Leichhardt, yes. He was determined to be the first to cross Australia from east to west. A bold ambition, to say the least.
To say the least is right. And that's where the story takes a turn for the, unknown. On October 20th, 1868, Leichhardt and his entire expedition vanished without a trace.
Gone just like that. The Outback has a way of swallowing secrets whole. What happened to them? Any leads? Any theories?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? Theories range from the practical heat stroke, dehydration, encounters with hostile wildlife or indigenous tribes. Then there's the more, shall we say, creative theories, bush rangers, hidden oases, even whispers of Leichhardt going rogue and living out his days in secret.
It's a mystery that's captured imaginations for over a century. What do you think happened?
Honestly, I'm torn. Part of me wants to believe in a grand adventure, a hidden oasis, a life lived off the grid. But the Outback is a harsh mistress.
And survival out there takes more than just luck. It takes grit, knowledge, and a healthy dose of respect for the land. Leichhardt's disappearance, it's a stark reminder of the power of nature and the fine line between ambition and folly.
Agreed. It's both humbling and, a bit eerie, isn't it? To think that such a vast and unforgiving landscape can just swallow people and stories whole.
It is. It's a powerful reminder that some mysteries, no matter how hard we dig, might remain unsolved.
Okay, ready for our final October 20th stop? We're time traveling again, this time to 1970s America.
The 70s. Bell-bottoms, disco, and political scandals. What's on the docket?
Buckle up, because it's about to get scandalous. October 20th, 1973. the Saturday Night Massacre.
Ah, Watergate. Now there's a story that just keeps on giving. A burglary, a cover-up, a president on the ropes. It's Shakespearean in its scope. Set the scene for us. What went down on that fateful Saturday night?
Imagine this. President Richard Nixon, already knee-deep in the Watergate scandal, orders the firing of Archibald Cox, the special prosecutor tasked with investigating the whole mess.
Bold move. Nixon was known for playing hardball, but this was next level. What was the fallout?
Let's just say it didn't go over well. The Attorney General and Deputy Attorney General both refused to fire Cox and resigned in protest.
Wow. Talk about taking a stand. They weren't going to be party to what was clearly an attempt to obstruct justice.
Exactly. And the media, they had a field day. They dubbed it the Saturday Night Massacre, and it became a lightning rod for public outrage. Suddenly, it wasn't just about a break-in. It was about a president abusing his power, trying to cover his tracks, and undermining the very foundations of American democracy.
The Saturday Night Massacre, it wasn't just a dramatic event. It was a turning point in the Watergate saga. It showed the world that Nixon was willing to go to extraordinary lengths to protect himself, even if it meant trampling on the rule of law.
And the American people, they were paying attention. The event fueled public distrust in the government and ultimately contributed to Nixon's resignation in 1974.
A president brought down by a web of lies, cover-ups, and a fateful Saturday night. It's a cautionary tale about the abuse of power and the importance of accountability.
Couldn't have said it better myself. So there you have it. From the clash of swords at Hastings to the mysteries of the Outback and the halls of power in Washington, D.C., October 20th has witnessed some truly pivotal moments in history.
It's amazing how these seemingly disparate events, spread across centuries and continents, can be united by a single date. It's a good reminder that history isn't just a linear progression. It's a tapestry of interconnected stories, each thread adding to the richness and complexity of the human experience.
And as we go about our lives today, October 20th, who knows what events are unfolding around us that will one day be etched in history books. It really makes you think.
It does. It makes you wonder, what will our legacy be? What stories will future generations tell about our time?
That's a question for another deep dive, don't you think?
Until next time.
Absolutely. Until next time.
Smash that like button.
Please subscribe. Thanks for tuning in to
Historian Kid podcast channel.
Catchy. We hope you enjoyed this dive into history. If you did, please like this video and subscribe to our channel for more fascinating stories from the past. Your support helps us bring history to life every day. Stay curious, stay informed, and we'll see you in the next episode. What lesser-known historical figures do you think deserve more attention? Get people talking.